Time for a new soundtrack. Damn, this one doesn't even have a soundtrack on YouTube. Ah! Damn it. Oh, there is a pather down there. I was gonna try to 2v1 him, but he won't listen to me. He's not going and trying to attack that other guy because I think he's too far away. Go fight him. This Wraithbone is gonna like wreck these other two guys. Yeah, he totally trashed these other two dudes. He's got a lot of health and he's got a lot of MR. Dude, he's resisting everything. Oh my gosh. If we can't keep him from getting unrooted, we're gonna be in trouble. Oh, there goes the Jets. Oh my gosh. We need more distance. Died a couple times due to roots. Yeah, that's what it's like feeling like here. Like I'm getting kind of nervous. Like I can't see him now. Mana's running low. Guess I'll go down here. This will be a little bit easier. I haven't seen any pathers down here, so hopefully this this is a safe spot. Yeah, it's gonna be loud, sorry. Thunderbirds. Okay, his dots are wearing off. Can I hit him with a dot from here? Nice, sweet resist. Gotta love that. I should probably invest in that. Whatever Scent of Terrorist or whatever spell, like... reduces their disease and fire and all that. We'll just keep letting the dots tick and then, or dots, I only have one on him right now. Keeping mana in reserve here. Try to kill him with a nuke here in a second. Oh, he's at 0%. There we go. Whew. Oh, we were really close to the respawn. So, I mean, there's no pathers here, so that's good. It's a more of a dad camp, it's way less active. But I mean, at this point, dudes, like, the amount of experience I've lost is insane. And I still feel like this is better than the KC North Wall. That shit's just boring. This would be better if there was 4 mobs, not 3, though. I need this guy to take way more damage than he's taken. So I keep telling him to sit. Neutral Rocket says, if you get Rotting Skelly to spawn, consider yourself lucky. Yeah, I'm bringing him back. Shoot. That actually got kind of dicey. Oh no. 0%. Okay, he's down. Now I just need to get him down. The third Skelly's gonna be up in a minute, but I don't have, like, anything to charm him against, so... Oh my gosh. Hit my auto run key. This and the Pain Soul are the most annoying parts of VP Key, such a boring camp. Yeah, I mean, it's like not nearly as engaging as that other camp. That other camp down there would be perfect. Those ruins would be perfect if I didn't have all those freaking pathers coming through there. But after a death and enough like near deaths down there, I'm done with it. Like, I had high hopes to get to 54 today. And that's pretty frustrating. It's basically doing this now for hours and days until it spawns. I guess I'm already doing it. I mean, like... until I figure out this place is not ideal for some reason, and then I end up just going back to North Wall and doing like 3% experience an hour, which is basically what the North Wall boils down to. It sucks because that camp down there is a lot of fun. Like, there's no downtime. There's none of this. There's no sitting around waiting for spawns or mana. You're just like constantly going. But if you end up getting too many pathers, which is what happens pretty easily from what I can tell, then you're shit out of luck, and you got these freaking casters that make it so you can't feign. Is the Rotting Skelly like a badass mob? No, he's level 43. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't another Dingus debacle where you end up spawning a mob that you end up not being able to kill. Because remember that time I died out in Timorous Deep because I spawned Dingus and Root wouldn't hold on him. And it broke so much that I was like swimming further and further out and then ended up getting killed. Feels like this music is kinda loud. So the plague, or the next two spawn in a minute. And I'll grab them. I'm gonna try to do this 2v1 style. The other option is I could break him up and fear kite him. But charming is better experience. I think I got 1%. Yeah, because I was at 69. Go get that guy and bring him back up here. Trying to work it out so I get full experience for all of them. There we go. Boom. Okay, it's about 1% per rotation, so I mean, it is what it is. At least it's predictable. It's a lot slower. A lot slower paced. Skip says, so where are you now? I was away having dinner. So basically the haunted ruins without any bards up swarming the massive amounts of roamers that are out there. The haunted ruins is like Pather City. And I was making it work for a couple hours, but then I ate a very near-death experience and then went from that, and on the very next, like, meted up, rebuffed, all that, and then on the very next go, I got a ton of Pathers, and one of them was a caster. And I ended up wiping and dying and losing more experience. How was your roast? Hopefully your roast was good. I should see if my girlfriend will make me a roast when I get home. It was nice, that's good. Yeah, I'm like not eating a whole lot out here. I'm leaning out. And then I'll go on a little bulk. Yeah, this is definitely dad camp territory. Neutral. Definitely, like 6-minute respawn. Kill him, go do something else for a couple minutes. Watch a movie. Yeah, it gets old quick. I feel like I'm kind of like forced. The game is forcing me to do things like this. Because, when I go find places that are more active or whatever, I either get... Like right now, I think the place that I would love to level the most would be City of Mist. Oh, there's somebody. There's a dwarf down there. I would love to level in City of Mist, but every time I go there, everything's camped. Except the ramparts, and I died at the ramparts yesterday. Skip says, yeah, I have to really commit because some camps are brain dead territory. Yeah, I'm not really sure, like, this dwarf, like, he's just sitting here. I'm just gonna whisper him. Like, look, dude, it's camped. He said cool. Skiff says you're making me want to fire up EQ again. Honestly, with the way level 53 is gone, I just want to shut down EQ and play Hello Kitty for weeks. I want to play that cooking game on Nintendo DS, Hello Kitty Cooking or whatever. Skiff says, I don't know if that's bad or good. I don't either. I told this guy it's camped. He said cool. He's still sitting there. But as soon as they spawn, I'm going to, like... going to fight the dudes, so... He probably is. I mean, I can't imagine why he would be here. This stuff drives me crazy about EQ, dude. Just like having, like doing a solo self-found is already a pain enough, and then having to deal with other people is like just as painful. Wait, go back. Maybe he camped out? And the reason why, like, that guy is probably, he's cool or whatever, but like, the reason why I get so frustrated or just kind of like anxious when other players show up is you never know what they're gonna do. Like, I had that one person who was like over in my camp freaking starting to pull stuff out of my camp to try to start a swarm kite or whatever, and I was like, what are you doing? Ah, shoot. Root broke. Okay, this guy needs dots and stuff because he's way higher in health. Oh no! Skiff says, you know what I started watching last night? Stargate the film, need to finish. Nice. I have never watched that. Is it good? It sounds like it's good if you need to finish it. Neutral says, Stargate is such a cool movie. Nice. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with it other than I know my aunt who's like big into sci-fi, she really likes it. I used to be really big in sci-fi and I guess I still enjoy it, but I'm not like a huge sci-fi nerd. I dated a girl one time who was like crazy into sci-fi and would go to like conventions and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna say that's like something I would never do, but it's not my like cup of tea really. Oh, really? Root had to wear off. Luckily, you only got one hit on me. These guys are pretty well broke, or at least two of them are broken up. I'm gonna start fear kiting them. Because I feel like once they get broken up a little bit better, it'll be kind of like more interesting. We'll see how that goes though, because there's like, this is an awkward spot. I'm not sure actually if they like would fear kite down the hill or whatever. Skiff says, I do like a bit of science fiction, but more classic ones like Blade Runner. I did actually just watch that the other day. It was pretty good. Modern day is a bit meh. I watched Blade Runner, then I watched Elysium. I just... YouTube movies. I was doing some grinding on a World of Warcraft, I think, and I was like, oh, I'll just watch a little bit of movies while I do it. I watched the original. The one with Harrison Ford, although I think he's in the new one too. I was kind of half paying attention, half playing a game. Yeah, there is that one Drachnid Pather. That's the only Pather I've seen up here so far. I haven't seen anything over here in this area behind me. come on. Yeah, fear kiting is like simpler. I don't like how far they go. Also, I'm worried I'm not going to get a full experience. Oh, I resisted the fear. Good thing he's snared. Honestly, it's not as mana efficient either. Like, I keep having to move. Oh shoot, I should have reclaimed his energy. Oh well. We're gonna go back to Charming. Oh, man. Okay, we're back up to 74%. Dude, this soundtrack is like so slow. Put me to sleep. We were cutting a really good pace down there at the Haunted Ruins, and now I'm like yawning doing this. I don't mind doing camps like this if you can kill the stuff like really fast. But when you have to like methodically kill everything, it's kind of like ugh. But 74%, not bad. I mean, we've already made back 5% since that death. Hard to look at it and think, well, if I hadn't died so many times, I would be level 54 with like 20% or 15% to 55. So the first spawn is up, but because I'm gonna go back to not fear kiting, go back to charming, I have to wait for these other two spawns. Like, I could fight these two against each other. But then I wouldn't be able to 2v1, which means that probably end up with about a minute and a half where I'm not fighting anything and I just have a charm pet staring at me, like ready to kill me. So we'll wait for the next one. How's the raids going, neutral? Or the raid mob, like, rush? The boss rush? Speaking of boss rush, I've played a little bit of this game called Dead Cells lately. It's like a Castlevania-inspired platformer, Metroidvania platformer roguelite. It's pretty cool. Neutral says, nearly wiped once. What was that on? What boss? Just trash in TOV, ouch. Hey, trash will get you. Shoot, some WoW raids, the trash was harder than the freaking bosses. The trash in Encourage was pretty rough. Yeah, mass dispels, ooh. AoE melting everyone. So when you're level 60, do you try to like fill your entire experience bar so that if you guys wipe, you're not losing levels and stuff? I imagine that's what people do. Fill experience to make Essence Emeralds? Yeah. That makes sense too. Can you sack somebody, get an Essence Emerald from them, and then have somebody there to res them? So it's almost like it never happened? Skiff says my druid is 22%. Oh. Kevin's on a 6-month streak. Oh wait, 4-month streak. Thank you, sir. Good to see you. You've missed all the saltiness. I've only died 5 times this level. You can't res sack targets. That's kind of what I figured. I'm sorry, Skiff said he could not face pushing any more experience. I feel you there. My skeleton is like switching targets. I don't like that. So you fill up XP bar and then D-level to 59 and then do a few sacks to make it ease. I need him getting 2v1'd. There we go. Oh shoot, that guy's almost dead. Make him sit. Sit and take your beating. Oh no, he's gonna kill the plague bone. Oh, the plague bone is so close. Yeah, I gotta be careful. There is a Drachnid that paths over here. Oh my gosh, he interrupted my Screaming Terror. This guy's dot is about to wear off. Or not dot, root. Actually, you know what? I want these guys, like, not broken up. There we go. They're about a minute apart. I think we can safely, like, park over here by this tree. Well, now that Kevin's here, we have the, Gee, we got Kevin and Skiff. That's the good luck. Everything's gonna be alright, guys. I know it's not as exciting as that last camp, but that's just the way she goes. At some point, I gotta prioritize my own sanity. Yeah, we had a good spot going earlier, Kevin. But there were so many roamers that it was like not safe, and I kept either not wiping completely, but like having to run and feign, and then I ended up dying. It was the Haunted Ruins in Dreadlands. I'll show you on the map. It was right here, number 5. And there's just pathers all over here. So now I'm like up here, like right there, camping these 3 skeletons. It's a total dad camp. But it's like not as hectic. The Ruins was awesome, dude. I had like such little downtime. I was just constantly chaining from one charm to another. Getting really good experience. And there for a while I would get an ad here or there and it wasn't a big deal. I could just deal with it. But then I started getting like more and more ads. And there's really no spot to pull things to that's not a million miles away from the Ruins. I almost wonder if I had the 49 pet, if I could just hold down that fort and just sit in the middle of it. And just keep everything broken up. Because the pathers don't go inside the ruins, they just go outside. Yeah, I don't like this soundtrack either. These soundtracks are all like really bleh. I've been listening to untranslated JRPG soundtracks. Yeah, I had like super high hopes coming into this today. I was like, yeah, we're gonna hit 54. Kevin says untranslated. Do any of them have lyrics? What I mean is the game itself hasn't been translated yet. There's only a handful of Super Famicom RPGs that are still untranslated. Most of them have been translated at this point, which is really cool. I got into the emulation back in like 1998, 1999, and I thought it was so cool that people had already started translating some of those, like Final Fantasy V. I remember the day that I learned that Final Fantasy III wasn't actually Final Fantasy III, and I went and downloaded like 4 or 5 I downloaded the real Final Fantasy 3 for the Nintendo, the NES emulator. Like, I was getting way into it. Final Fantasy 5 is still one of my favorites. I feel like it's a sleeper. A lot of people don't really like it, but I do. One that I'll never understand is the people that say Final Fantasy VIII is the best. That just confuses the crap out of me. I feel like it's just like rose-tinted goggles if you played Final Fantasy VIII as your first Final Fantasy. It's either 6 or 7. I know it's so hard to decide between those two. And so that's where my own rose-tinted glasses come in, and I say 6 because that was the first Final Fantasy I played. I don't fault people for liking 8. I guess I shouldn't fault them for saying it's the best. Yeah, it's like there's a difference between the best and your favorite, right? There goes the Jets. That tree branch clipping into my camera has scared the crap out of me. I thought it was a freaking Drachnid. Ooh, that's loud. Yeah, like if you're saying it's the best, that's like different than saying, yeah, my favorite is this. Where should I go? Let's go right here. We need all of these to die very close to each other. So I'm putting some dots on them. Yeah, it is probably late for you, Neutral. Have a good night, good rest. Thanks for watching. Probably the longest stream I've done since the 24-hour stream. Appreciate you being here. Good luck with 54. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Ah. There's one down. Two down. Three down. But yeah, for me, like, yeah, this is a good example. So, Final Fantasy V is one of my favorites, but I don't think it's one of the best. Versus 6 is my favorite, but I feel like it's also a good candidate for being the best. And in order to grade which Final Fantasy is the best, I think you gotta combine a lot of factors. There's the story, there's the characters, there's the mechanics. I would say the pacing of the game is important because some games, especially JRPGs, have really wonky pacing. Chrono Cross is one of them. I feel like that game has arguably the worst pacing of any JRPG. Actually, no. Saga Frontier has the worst pacing of any JRPG I've ever played. And I feel like the story for 6 is a lot more clear than the story for 7. Like, I still don't really... I've played 7 probably 4 or 5 times all the way through, end to end, and I still don't really know what happened in that game. It's kind of like Bloodborne. I've played Bloodborne so many times, but I still... And I've listened to the lore videos and all that, but I still am kind of like shaky on what's actually going on. And then the mechanics are important too, because like Final Fantasy VIII, I feel like that's really where 8 like falls short, because the mechanics are so wonky. The fact that you can go draw a bunch of magic from enemies and then make your character really powerful right at the beginning is so bizarre. Kevin says that's essentially 85% of every game I've ever played. I used to never read or pay attention to the stories. Me too, dude. That's a very recent thing for me to actually pay attention to the story. That's happened within the last 2 or 3 years of my life, where I'm actually interested in the story and not just rushing from objective to objective and skipping all the text and skipping all the cutscenes. Kevin says, so only games I've gone back to play are games I played in the last like 4 years. Yeah, I totally agree. The first time I played through Final Fantasy VI, I was probably 10 or 11. I did not pay attention to the story whatsoever. Same thing with Final Fantasy VII, I did not pay attention to the story. When key moments would happen, I would pay attention and I would be more interested. But otherwise, I was skipping through the text as fast as you could. Which at this point in my life, I'm going, why even play a JRPG then? Because it's not like the gameplay is really all that fun if you're not paying attention to the story. It's not like turn-based attack is all that fun, really. Yeah, I used to never read the quests in WoW. When I first played WoW, my ex-wife would get so mad because she'd be like, "Why are we rushing through all of this? Why can't we stop to read the story and look at things?" And I was younger then, and my thought process was, we just need to get to max level, and we need to raid. We need to do dungeons. That's all I wanted to do. Kevin says that's just the game, rush to max. I mean, for some people it is. But now when I play WoW, I just read the quests and try to understand what's actually going on. There's a lot of good detail in those games. I like playing Fallout now. And I like looking at the scenery. For example, last night I was playing New Vegas and I went into a house and there was a bunch of cards on the table and then there was a skeleton laying on the floor and the chair was like flopped over backwards. And then there was another set of cards opposite the table. And if you looked at the cards, it was like an impossible one. The guy who died had an impossible combination of cards. And so by looking at the cards and looking at the position of the corpse, I assume that they set it up in a way where you would see that and think this person cheated at the card game and then they got killed. And I thought that was really cool. That's another reason why I really enjoy From Software games. Because you can pay attention to the environment. And learn from it. And learn more about the story. So now that I'm older, I do that. I pay a lot of attention to environmental storytelling that I never used to. Damn, this guy is getting wrecked. I should have charmed the other dude. Oof. There they go. Kevin says I played for like 17 years without reading a single quest. Shortcut ahead, therefore try jumping. Yeah. Oh, that's from... yeah. Oh no. He's gonna kill my pet. No, he killed my pet. You bastard. Learning from the scenery and From Software games, yeah. I like the new one in Elden Ring where everybody says you don't have the right, therefore you don't have the right, therefore you don't have the right, or whatever. I always thought those were really funny. Kevin says those messages are one of my favorite parts of the games. Yeah, man, me too. I think it adds... There's so many cool ideas in FromSoft games that aren't really, like, executed in other games. That did not come from another game. There's no other game that I know of that had messages on the ground. Another cool thing about the FromSoft games is the mechanics are explained in the lore as well. They explain how you're basically part of a multiverse. And that's why those messages are there, and that's why people can invade you. They give in-game lore explanations for the invasions, for the co-op. How cool is that? Skiff says, I have to still finish Elden Ring. I just restarted so many times with different builds. You just, I think you can just play far enough that you can respec your character. If you wanted to do that, and you'll have all the gear and everything already that you found. Like, I found so much gear that's not even useful for my character, but later on I can respec. Kevin says, for some reason I didn't like Elden Ring as much as the Soul games. I'm right there with you. Bloodborne is my ultimate favorite, followed by Dark Souls 1, and Elden Ring has way too much open space and running around. It's really cool when you're feeling it, but I feel like the pacing of Bloodborne is so much better. I actually enjoy that I can run through a new game of Bloodborne, or really more like a new game plus of Bloodborne in probably 3 or 4 hours. In Elden Ring, I don't know if you can do that or not. You're spending so much time riding a damn horse. Elden Ring is much better for your first run through. Or not much better, but I think is more enjoyable on a first run through. But it is, I have no real aspiration to play through it and then do a new game plus. Kevin says, I was confused at first starting out in Elden Ring. I wasn't really confused, I just noticed that there was so much space and so much ground to cover. I prefer more emphasis on the individual areas than just giant open spaces. If I wanted to ride around on a huge plain on a horse, I would just play Shadow of the Colossus. And there's a reason why I haven't played that game. Skip says, I like the exploration. Yeah, don't get me wrong, I appreciate it. It's just, I feel like it could just be smaller. But then I like Dark Souls 1 and 2. I've never really gotten into 2. 2 is unknown territory to me. I've made it to the first, like the Firelink Shrine of 2, the hub, and that's it. That is the extent of my knowledge on Dark Souls 2. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'm indifferent because I haven't played it. Probably should. I don't feel like even if I didn't like it very much that I would hate it though. Kevin says, yeah, it's good. I like 3 and 1 better though. That's kind of where I'm at. 2 just didn't really bring me, like, grip me. I didn't quit playing 2 and be like, man, I can't wait till I can play Dark Souls 2 again. I quit playing 2 and was like, that wasn't that fun. I'm gonna play Dark Souls 1 now. I almost feel like Dark Souls 1 up to and to the end up through Anor Londo and Dark Souls 1 after Anor Londo are two different games. I love Dark Souls 1 up through Anor Londo, and then as soon as Anor Londo's done, I'm like, I'm starting over. I'll play a new character. Kevin says, I played 2 because I got it for free when buying 3 on my Xbox. Sounds like you got a good deal. Pretty sure I got 2 for free from Humble Bundle at one point. At the end of the day, I feel like FromSoft is possibly the last developer left that I trust their products implicitly to be good products. I think we talked about this before. Somebody mentioned Larian with Divinity and Baldur's Gate 3, and I agree, but I just don't play those games very much. But I'll buy a FromSoft game day one, no question. Armored Core 6, when it came out, day one, no question. Kevin said, yeah, we talked about this when you were messing around on EQ2. Please don't remind me of EQ2. Skiff says Baldur's Gate is not for me. Really? I think Kevin hates it too. If I remember right. That's right, it's the pausing. Kevin said, I'm not a huge fan of having to constantly pause a game to play it. Skiff says, way too much dialogue. Great looking game. Kevin says, Baldur's Gate 3 is incredible. Divinity is good too. I used to be one of those dialogue guys. I didn't like dialogue. Too much dialogue killed a game for me. Now I'm not quite the same. I'm not in the same boat. The pause thing was kind of... It was a middle step between the traditional turn-based gold box games and the action RPGs that were very popular back in those days. So I understand why the developers did it. But I can understand where, from a modern perspective, it's not desirable to have to pause. Yeah, pause, reload, save. You must gather your party before venturing forth. All of that. Skiff says, I got the original CD pack here. Wow. I had the original CD of Baldur's Gate 2. It came in a 4-disc jewel case. Yeah, it was fancy. It was nice. The box was nice. It had the fold open cover. I really wish I still had all that stuff. I feel stupid for not taking better care of the software that I bought. I still do have a folding map from the EverQuest Ruins of Kunark box, but I don't have the box itself. I may have the jewel case, but it's probably in like really rough shape. This would be a perfect camp if there was 2 more skeletons here, but with none of the roamers. I'm just having to deal with the slow and steady because I can't do any more deaths. I can't. I'm gonna go crazy if I die anymore. I've lost so much experience. So as much as I want to move away from the dad camp, this is pretty much as good as it gets, I think. It's better than KC North Wall. Kevin says, getting tough out here for Mr. Best Friend. That's kind of how it feels, man. In a perfect world, I could go to City of Mist and charm in the back and not have to deal with any other people. No trains, no people taking my spawns. Or the moat, where I could get spells. I could get spells in City of Mist. But I know as soon as I go to City of Mist, there's going to be people there, there's going to be people training. Kevin says, sounds like blue is the place for you. I wish I was on blue, man. If I was on blue, I'd be happier than a pig and shit. Yeah, when I got on, I was like, I'm not getting off until I'm level 54. I don't think that's going to be doable today. I don't see myself sitting here until 7 or 8 o'clock. It's going to be like 8 or 9 o'clock probably. Kevin says, yeah, so the self-found has to be much better on blue, but then all the money you make will be stuck there. Skiff says, yeah, I just dug out my 5 CD Baldur's Gate. Still in good condition. I gotta dump all this before I move. I'll PM you my address. How much is it? How much does it go for? Baldur's Gate 1 box set, eBay. Ooh. It's kind of hard to tell. There's some as high as $630. You should sell it. Skiff says, I got so many games from my PS4, PS3. One thing I wish I had was my Super Nintendo collection, man. I had like probably 50 or 60. And I had some good ones. I had like Super Mario RPG, Mario Kart, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI. That shit's all gone. There was a year where I went, every time I got paid, I was a dishwasher. Every time I got paid, I would go drive around to all the pawn shops in the area and buy as many Super Nintendo games as I could. And if I had the collection now, it'd probably be a couple $1,000s. It wouldn't be like crazy. Who knows though, maybe there's some one or two that were in there that were super rare. Let's see, Super Mario RPG, SNES, cartridge, eBay. 80 bucks. Chrono Trigger. Frick. $300. I had that game. 300 bucks. Kevin says GameStop will give you like $14 for all your stuff. That's true, man. You can, well, they'll give you in-store credit. Don't forget that. They're not just gonna let you walk out of there with cash. No, no. You can spend it on those stupid Funko Pop things. Does anybody have a Funko Pop in their room? I'm sorry, but those things are so dumb looking. Kevin says, I don't. Attaboy. I just don't, I don't know. I shouldn't trash on what people like, but... Skip says, I don't think we have a GameStop. No GameStop. The game shop that was in my town closed long ago. Oof, that was a fighter jet. No, go kill that skeleton. Kevin says I knew someone who had a bunch of those things. I don't really understand them. Me either. Me either. He kept them all in a box. Yeah, I need my skeleton to stop hitting that guy, because that guy's almost dead. I need him to hit that guy. Pretty sure my dot's gonna kill him. Went ahead and broke charm a little bit early. That way I don't lose out on experience. Because this Plague Bone is probably gonna die. Or he was dotted, he's not dotted anymore. Wait. They're just kind of, they're like Beanie Babies. Like, people get obsessed with stuff like that. I guess, who am I to judge? But for me, it's kind of like, eh. I need a protein bar, boys. I gotta stay up here. Might make some tea here in a minute too. I'm gonna go do that. Stand by. I'll be back. Mmm. Delicious protein bar.